but I know other people have stepped up and are available, so.
So Neighbor went out via the, well, we had a mention of it in our article, and the Rotary had a big piece of it in theirs. We've gotten a couple of questions, and one person asking to add themselves to the volunteer role via the Sustainable Tyngsborough Gmail link we put in there. We also have a couple more volunteers that Ron from the Rotary found to do computer repair. So we'll have
That's huge.
bigger cadre of computer electronics people here this time.
Nice.
So now we've got way more volunteers than we even had the last session. So right now it's all about making sure that we have attendees. So I've been blasting it on social media, sharing to the various groups. We have a flyer that I've been broadcasting there. So I'll eventually send something to the library to put out too, because the library will also be attending with their kits of tools.
Nice.
But yeah, at this point, it's all about just getting the word out and making sure people come.
Awesome. Cool.
My husband can repair sewing machines.
He came last
time,
fall.
yeah.
He was amazing.
Yeah.
I hope he comes again.
He will.
Yeah.
He will. He said he would come, so.
So we have a lot of volunteer. We're always happy to have more volunteers too. But yeah, if you have specific questions about what can be repaired, you can reach out to us. And yeah, I think it'll be a good event.
Looking forward to it. Well, I'm looking forward to it happening. I'm just really sorry I won't be there.
That's okay. Life happens. So, all right. Does anybody have anything else they want to add to that?
Jackie sent out an email about grants for like repairing things, so that might be something that we might be able to look into.
Is that the one that she just emailed today?
Yeah, she just emailed today, right? It's not about anything to do
Haven't
with
seen it
recycling or composting. It's strictly for repairing
Repair.
and just keeping things.
I knew we could
Yeah.
get RDP points for it. I wasn't sure. I didn't know there was also a grant. I think the library did use a little bit of grant money to build up their library of things. So, but I'll check the email on that. I haven't read it
Yeah,
yet.
I just came across it. I was like,
Right.
oh, repair.
I know, I just saw her come across this afternoon, but I didn't get a chance to read it yet, so.
Okay.
But that would be great if we can use those funds.
$10,000
to help.
yes.
That's huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Yeah.
So, awesome. Cool. All right, so I guess we can move on to Zero Waste Day. First of all, the Repair Cafe is Saturday, April 13th from 11 to 2. Zero Waste Day is scheduled for May 11th from 9 to 12 at the same location as we've had it, at the elementary school parking lot. I did print up flyers if any of you want to take flyers with you to put around town. We do have a lot of the same vendors as we have had previously. So this year, we have electronics and small appliances, gently used furniture and household goods, textiles, books, bikes, bike parts, scrap metal, small engines, and some other small items, skis, snowboards, license plates, eyeglasses, sunglasses, those type of things. So we do have the flyer. I think we'll start, I don't know that it's been pushed yet on social media, where it's not until May, but we'll start pushing that out. We did move it to May 11th. It originally was going to be the first Saturday of the month, but there were a lot of conflicts on May 4th. So it is the 11th instead of the 4th from 9 to noon. Does anybody have questions about Zero Waste Day? I know we're still a couple months out from that, but
Did you get a response, Carolyn, for the bikes?
Yes, they're coming.
Oh, good. All right.
Linnell, I got in touch with Linnell from
I saw the
Cambridge.
mail that went out, but I didn't see anything come
Amos
back.
Reich, yeah, I spoke to him. They're definitely coming.
Are they bringing a bigger truck this time?
I hope so. Showing up with a
That was,
caravan
yeah,
for
I think so.
Okay.
50 bikes is difficult,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so.
Back of the car.
Right. And we are looking for additional volunteers for Zero Waste Day too, so if you're watching this and you would like to help volunteer and help on that day, we are always more than happy to have additional volunteers.
I actually should be able to do the 11th. I couldn't do the 4th. But
Right, I
can
can't do the
11th,
4th either, but, yeah,
so,
I'll be there.
right.
I can come.
So we'll all be there,
And the
Yeah.
Rotary should be
Crazy.
showing up again as well, I believe.
Yeah,
right?
Diana will be there. Diana will be there.
Perfect. So we've got a good group.
Yes, we do.
Awesome.
Great group.
Who's making the cookies?
Yeah, I'll make some cookies.
All right, so again, I have the flyers here if anybody wants to take them and put them around town or spread that word, and we'll start pushing that on social media soon. So we can move on, I guess, to education and outreach. The Board of Health did reach out to us because of their health and safety fair that they are having on May 4th. That is going to be from 11 to 2. Originally, it was supposed to be held at the clubhouse on Sherburne, but it is being moved to the Old Town Hall. So there is a change from when they first reached out to us. This will be at Old Town Hall at 10 Kendall. It's a family event, vendors, games, health checks, information on all sorts of health and safety issues, ticks, hiking, water safety. They did ask if we would like to have a vendor table there to kind of promote our sustainable efforts. I know you're not available on the 4th. I'll be in DC for my legislative meetings, but if anybody else is interested in doing that,
I could man the table,
okay,
some stuff out,
Not sure yet if I can go.
okay,
but I'll go.
okay. I will, I don't know if Diana was available that day either, or Liz, but, once they get back, I'll see. It's only a 3-hour event, so it is
Too, right?
a shorter event, but, it would definitely be great if we can be there to promote everything that we're doing and to be able to give out information about our efforts, so. So if you are interested and we can find somebody else so you're not there alone for 3 hours,
Okay,
you know,
rope somebody in.
right?
Call me a maybe right now. I need to check my schedule.
Maybe. Okay.
Okay.
And I will make sure that we get the paperwork submitted so that we can get that booth, if that's the case.
Okay.
So, awesome. So members of the public, that is May 4th for the Health and Safety Fair at the Old Town Hall. And I guess moving on to the neighbor to neighbor, and you are taking care of the May issue due
Yes.
April 10th,
Yeah.
right? Okay, perfect.
Deb and I are going to the Help See tour on Thursday,
Awesome.
you know.
And we went to the conference today.
Yeah, actually, that is on the agenda
Sorry, jumping
to
ahead,
talk about.
jumping the gun,
That's okay.
sorry.
And then also it is stating about that one to consider noting that Helpsy pays the town for the tonnage that they
We
collect.
take pictures.
Yep, perfect. You're on it. The June issue, which is due May 10th, would be me and you, Debbie, still.
Yeah,
You good with the rain garden?
I'm still looking into that, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I am working on the energy part. I know Homeworks actually reached out also about doing some additional canvassing in town to help promote the partnership with Homeworks, so. I'm waiting for some more info on that. And then Liz did volunteer, I think, to do the July-August issue explaining the RDP program. So we've already got a few months ahead on that. It's looking good. I don't think that we need to worry about scheduling out the end of summer at this point, so,
Take a break.
right?
I'm ready for summer, not fall.
Yes, exactly.
Totally. Let's see. So, new resident packets. I did update the Google Drive with the newest as of 2 days ago, all of the sales in town. I think I had 7 more than I added on this week. So,
7 more? Okay.
there's, I mean, you've hit a ton of them.
Yeah, we did all
So-
the ones that
We
were
did,
from the
yeah.
last time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's not that many more on there at this point. At the end of the month, we'll see a lot more hit.
Are there a lot
But-
from the Enclave?
There actually was only one from there
One more,
and a lot of resales. So,
Okay,
okay.
not too many more.
okay. So
But that is updated as of this week, so. We have the Helpsy tour from March 21st that You're going to, correct?
Nice.
Yeah,
Thursday.
I don't know why we have that on the agenda. I think it's already scheduled for
Just
who's
confirming
going,
that you're
right?
still going.
Confirming you're
Yeah.
still going.
going, we're still going, yes.
All
we're still
right,
gonna
perfect. So we'll get an update at that forum in April.
Yep, yes.
Okay. And so the Mass Recycle Conference. Now we're on the agenda for reviewing. Any reflections from the conference that you went to?
It was awesome. It was
Yeah.
awesome. They, Carolyn and I went to two talks. Well, there was one talk that was for the general conference, and then we went to another talk on food composting with schools. It was very, very informative, very interesting, and it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
Yeah, to get everybody on board, you
Yeah.
know, from the superintendent all the way down to the cafeteria workers and the janitors.
Right.
But Melrose has done it. Somerville is doing it.
Quincy is one of them too, right?
Quincy,
Quincy.
Yeah.
and she's having a little trouble. It's underway, she's started.
Yeah.
And we had a roundtable discussion of trading ideas. And the woman in Quincy was saying that she was having trouble getting volunteers to help man the compost barrels in the schools. That's not the janitor's job. So she was having garden club members do it. But,
Oh, that's.
which I thought was interesting.
Yeah.
But Liz suggested to her that the retirees for the rebate on their taxes,
Oh, that's a
That's a-
great
that's a good
idea.
one.
and
Yeah.
it would only take an hour or two for them to
Yeah.
do that.
Right?
And nobody else had thought of that, so that this woman from Quincy was like, oh, yeah, so hopefully she'll look into that. And then there was another woman from Salem, Mass, who was just starting her food composting. So that was our focus today, was
Yeah.
food
Yeah.
composting in schools.
Yeah.
But there were, I don't know, it was wonderful. There was other talks too, they
Yeah.
were great.
Oh, that was the big one.
Liz is amazing. I mean, she brought
Yeah.
so much to that
Yeah, she's like a
discussion.
fountain of info on
She
Yeah.
is.
all that
Right.
stuff, so.
And she also mentioned that, like, with the bus drivers that bring kids from, like, the METCO program, and then they have a couple hours to kill, and they could hire them to work for, like, an hour and a half. for the lunch-
Absolutely.
lunch
Monitoring
times. Oh,
what's going in the barrels from the
Bus
kids.
drivers.
Yeah, and there's stipends from
Yep.
the RDP?
RDP program?
Yeah, the RDP
Program, that they
program.
could
Yeah.
use some of that money to pay the bus drivers. Now, we're not involved in the METCO program, but when I was
Right.
talking to my husband, he said, I wonder if we could put a bug in Dr. Flanagan's ear when that new school opens up.
Yeah,
And try to get something
I
going at the middle school.
definitely think we should.
Yeah, and there was discussion on which age groups you should start with. Some people thought that, the elementary kids are more enthusiastic, that maybe that would be a good. And then the woman in Quincy said, well, they started with their high school kids. And other people said, well, the middle school kids are always enthusiastic. So you had different thoughts on what age group you should start with. But I thought one of the better ideas was if you have an environmental club in the schools, to have the kids volunteer to help run the whole thing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
If there's an environmental club, I don't know, is there an environmental club in the school?
I'm actually not sure.
Right, I don't know.
I mean, they have a lot of different things, like different activities and stuff, but I don't know if they have that specific thing.
Yeah, and it's good if you can get some kind of mentor, like a teacher or a parent, or somebody that can kind of head it up and help the kids with that.
Right.
They also talked about finding a champion, like someone
Yes,
that,
a
like even a
champion.
student that was really, or some students that like really.
Involved.
involved and
Yeah,
really
and
wanna
really
do it.
excited about doing the
Yeah,
composting.
not come from the principal or the superintendent or a teacher, but.
Right, if it's
Or
coming
that-
from one of their peers, they're
Right,
more
from one of the
likely
kids.
to
Yeah.
be involved.
Yeah, yeah, it was
Absolutely.
really informative. It was really exciting, I thought.
That's awesome.
Like say with I'm thinking of you, Amy, like with Girl Scouts, like the Girl Scouts, maybe someone who'd been in the Girl Scouts, or whatever, middle school even, whatever, might It
Yeah,
was just a thought right now.
Like for,
looking at
for
you
the
thinking Girl
badges
Scouts.
that they earn, you know, they could have an environmental badge. I assume there's one of those,
yeah, there's a lot of badges, but
Right.
so,
I mean, if you start teaching them there, but I mean, especially if you start getting them used to composting when they're in
yeah,
elementary school, it's
Yes.
just,
it's just like a
it's,
no-brainer by the time
right,
they get
it's
to.
every day, it's a
yeah.
normal habit.
Right.
It's not going an extra step
Right.
by the time they're 8, 9, 10 years old.
Right.
Yeah, I would love to see that happening in the schools.
because there's
Plus,
so
it's
much
cost
food
savings
waste.
too,
Right.
really.
Ooh, and the
You know?
other thing they said, which I thought was interesting, you know, a lot of times the kids get the school lunches and there's an apple or a yogurt or milk, and the kids don't want it, and that ends up going in the trash. They have like a table that that the kids can put their stuff that they don't want, that's not open. And then later on, someone moves it to a little refrigerator in a hallway where kids are going by, like out to the gym and they can grab a
That's a
snack
great idea.
Right.
on the way out, and
Well, that would help also with food insecure kids at
Exactly,
home that could
exactly.
grab
they
can
could
just
grab.
grab
4 or
it.
5 apples and throw them in their pockets.
Right, or the yogurts, or the milks, or whatever.
Not wasting a bunch of
Cheese
food.
sticks
I mean,
that are,
that's
they're
like a
already, you
win-win.
know,
Yep,
so,
They call it a shared refrigerator.
refrigerator, a fridge
Liz.
sharing,
That's what they do.
yeah. So
That's-
that was
yeah,
an
that's
awesome
awesome.
idea,
yeah,
instead of throwing all that stuff away.
Oh, yeah.
absolutely.
So, yeah, it was great. I thought it was awesome.
Yeah.
It's a lot of great ideas.
Last year. I think
Nice.
it was
It?
better,
Yeah.
yeah. At least I had, because that was the first one, so I have something to compare it to, and it was really, it was a lot better. They gave you more time to like, go to the different vendors, have conversations, instead of just all these speeches.
Right, 1-to-1,
Yeah, it was much better, and, yeah,
nice.
they listened to the suggestions.
Yeah, it was
That's
good.
awesome.
It was good.
It was good.
I think it's great too, like if they can start it, especially with the new middle school and everything.
Yeah.
It's easier to start something when you've got a new building and new protocol and procedures anyways than with a lot of if you have employees that are used to doing things one way and they don't want to change. It's harder to get people accustomed to doing things one way to change than kids to change.
Right.
Yes.
And that was brought up too,
Yeah.
you know, so, I mean, it's a big project. It's,
Yeah.
but you can take it in steps. You can start with the kitchen crew and have them compost their food scraps.
Right.
And then move on to putting the barrels out in the cafeteria for the kids. But you need somebody to monitor that,
Yeah.
because kids will just throw anything in the barrels, right?
Yeah.
Until they know what the
Right.
procedure is.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Awesome.
yeah, it was.
I'm glad
was-
it went so well.
It did.
It was really
And then there was a whole thing on disaster relief, and do we have a program for that in town?
Yeah.
If, say we have say the Merrimack River floods, what do you do with all that debris?
Yeah,
That's, yeah, I thought that was
that was
kind of
Well,
interesting,
Yeah, it was
too.
new. They've never, the people, it was interesting. They were like, nobody knows about us. It was called
Yeah.
Ashbrit. Nobody heard about it. They said, well, that's why we're here.
Right,
Because no
right.
one's heard about it, so we're here to educate you. So it was, yeah,
yeah, it was good,
disasters. It was interesting.
yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's good.
Great.
Yeah. Okay.
Does anybody else have anything they want to add to that? All right, moving on, there's no correspondence. So for administrative, we do need to approve the meeting minutes from the February 20th meeting. If anybody would like to make a motion to do that.
Motion to approve the minutes of February 20th.
I'll second it.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion about the meeting minutes from the 20th? All right, all those in favor of approving the meeting minutes from February 20th, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say nay. And any abstain?
I should probably abstain.
One
I wasn't
abstention.
there and I didn't,
That's okay.
I didn't read them.
The motion carries. All right, well, if nobody has any other business to discuss, it is 6:53, 6:54,
Record time.
and I will adjourn the meeting. Next meeting will be held April 16th.
I motion to adjourn the meeting.
Motion to adjourn,
Second,
second. All those in favor?
aye.
Any opposed? Any abstain? Motion carries. Have a great night, guys.
Very efficient.